Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Singleton Sibs, aka The Creative Thinking Winks, coming back with another video.
Before we start, remember way back, we were gonna show you guys our hoodies. Now, I know y'all was looking at me and was like, man, it's just a glob of black and blue. But your boy had to clutch up, you feel me? Y'all thought they was gonna be all pretty because hers was all special, but it is raw. But your boy had to come up at the time.
I think that mine is cute.
It's just like a lot of white.
Okay, but the back, look at the back though. Like
The back still has like a lot of mine is really cool. It's like dark blue right here, but it's still light blue. Really, it's light blue, so it's like the sky. I really love it actually. So.
I think that we all have great hoodies.
Yeah.
I love mine. I personally think Sean's is the best. Anyways, so you guys probably noticed that it is Monday, happy Monday, but we're not outside, we're not doing meditation, and that's because yesterday we actually participated
in a protest.
In our very first protest, actually, for the Black Lives Matter movement that's been happening, but, you know, with the recent murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and unfortunately many other names.
Yeah.
Our hometown actually held a peaceful protest yesterday. So we did that for the first time with our family, and it was really, really emotional for me especially. And we just want to talk about that a little bit today and just highlight the importance of doing what you can and all you can to make change and break the silence.
Exactly.
How so many people were fighting for our lives, you know, of the Black community that weren't Black. You know, there's just so much power in that, so much power in recognizing the privilege that you have and using it, and, you know, speaking up for this cause and making change, and, you know, everyone who organized it. Like, that's just something that, you know, these protests, they're super powerful. Like, they're not anything that is, you know, easy to get through. You know, just everyone sharing their testimonies in the beginning and then just walking and marching through and, you know, saying their names out loud. And oh my gosh, my voice just cracked. But that's just how it was just so much going on. And the fact that, you know, I was feeling a certain type of way, and that was just a smaller level protest that, you know, wasn't very long, but at the same time, it was just so impactful. Like, it's hard for me to even express like what it was really like, because it just honestly took your breath away to see so many people who were just like, we're not taking no for an answer. You know, we have you. And I just saw so many signs they're talking about, you know, I can't understand what you go through, but know that I'm here for you. I will fight for you. That in itself, really, I was at a loss for words. So.
Yeah.
So like what she said with like everyone like sharing their stories, I feel like that part was just something that really touched me, because everyone who said something, it was kind of like mind-blowing that listening to them, you're like, I've experienced what they've experienced. And I feel like that really touched me, because we do live in a small community and there is a small amount of African Americans, but just the fact that we've all been thinking about the same thing, we've all been taught the same thing growing up, we've all had that talk in our household, it just kind of like breaks my heart that the stuff we go through in our home, and that our parents constantly have to remind us of this thing that's living in our world, and it's just this hatred that's focused towards us, and it just really like kind of broke my heart to listen to what everyone had to say about the whole situation. So just listening to them speak just really moved me during that.
Definitely. So just going into the next thing that we just want to talk about is, you know, we're able-bodied, we were able to go protest, you know, peacefully in our hometown. That's what, you know, we were able to do. That's what was organized in our area. But we know, everyone doesn't have that privilege to have a peaceful protest in their community.
So also donating to Black Lives Matter and George Floyd's family, Breonna Taylor's family, and Ahmaud Arbery's family. Also signing petitions. I know I signed petitions to convict the police officers involved in George Floyd's murder, just getting them back in jail. Also reopening Breonna Taylor's case and just for justice for Ahmaud Arbery.
To add on to that, I want to tell you guys how important voting is. It's really important to vote. Like, you guys, I'm not saying all of you, but some of you know who you are. If you're like saying Donald Trump is a bad president or judge cases that are unfair, stuff like that, you have to vote for judges, president. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, the other people are gonna vote. Because then that next person's gonna say that, and that next person, then we're not voting, and then he stays as president. We can't allow that to happen. So make sure you guys vote.
I think that was really powerful that Shauna said that, because he can't even vote yet. Like, he's not even close to being able to vote. I mean, how old are you? 15? 14. I should know that. But, I mean, and like, he's speaking serious facts. Like, if we want to see change, we gotta beat them in voting, in those voting booths. So that is, that's so crucial. Like, that's one of the biggest things that we can do.
Yeah.
So definitely, he took the words right out of my mouth. So yeah, those are some of the really big things. Like I said, if you don't want to go on the front lines, that's ways that you can help. And word of mouth also, we kind of hit on that a little bit. Word of mouth is very important too. Just having those conversations, stepping out of your comfort zone if you can, especially if you're put in a position where you can educate. Always educate instead of being judgmental or coming at someone who may just be ignorant to the situation. They may not really understand or know or be aware of what they're saying. In saying that, we also want to address All Lives Matter. This is something that you guys have probably heard about, seen about, or may even be expressing yourselves. Black Lives Matter is not anti-white lives at all. We know that white lives matter. We know that all lives do matter. This is very true. But as of right now, the house of the Black community is on fire. Yeah. And that is what needs the attention right now. We are the ones that are bleeding out. We are the ones that are deeply wounded, and we need that care at the moment. So it's important to know that all lives cannot matter until Black lives do. So you must recognize that Black lives are important, and that our lives do matter, and that our lives are ones that should not be taken in vain or taken in broad daylight.
Exactly.
Period, point blank.
Period.
Real quick, we also just want to say thank you to everyone who has been doing what you can, doing all you can to fight for this movement. You are appreciated, and it's honestly, unfortunately, not a very easy thing to do, just to even vocalize how you feel about Black lives, but we do appreciate it. It's definitely a long time coming with this whole thing, but it's worth it, and it's time. The time is now, and we are going to be, oh my gosh, we're going to be the ones that make change. So it's happening, and as Lil Baby said, it's bigger than black and white.
Yeah.
So make sure you recognize that.
Alright, that was a great way to top it off, but as a transition, we're gonna show you guys. Not a transition yet.
Yeah, just
okay. Okay. That was a great way to top it off, but we're gonna show you guys our clips from today's.
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Say his name!
George Floyd!
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor!
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 Black Lives Matter!
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 Black Lives
Don't shoot!
Oh look!
Don't shoot!
It's the family!
Let go!
Hands up!
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Don't shoot! Come on!
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you understood what we were saying and took a lot of information and share this with a lot of people you know so they can get the information that you just received.
Yeah. So, to close it out, make sure you subscribe, share at least 5 people, leave a like, comment, and remember, think you
Think it
be
be
it.
it.
Black Lives Matter!
Black lives